What up, everybody? Y'all know who I am, but for those who don't know, I go by the name of Gabriel Ori. This is my business partner,
JR. What up, folks?
And listen, you are tuning in right now to the one, the only Ask a Producer. We took a little minute, JR, to kind of come back to this thing, but this is an amazing Friday, the second Friday of the month of November, Turkey Month. How you feeling, boss man?
I'm feeling good, man. Of course, Friday, Turkey Month, like you said. And, what a good time good month to come together as a family, celebrate, Thanksgiving. We all should be thankful, right?
Well, this is the month to be thankful, but,
yeah,
don't that way, not to get into historical.
Not
data.
trying to go that far, yeah.
We ain't trying to go down that rabbit hole, but
yeah.
How was your day, bro? I know you had to go to work. 9 o'clock.
I'll be on your trip one day. I'll be on that boat one day. But yeah, I had to go to work. Hey, I'm thankful for it. Did that, but family life, and then I'm here. So good day. Yeah, man.
My day was busy as usual. I'm always doing something, trying to do something, trying to learn something. But nevertheless, I'm just so excited and elated to be here this Friday. And guess what, y'all? I want y'all to share this video right now. Just hit share, invite your mom and them, invite your uncles, invite all your friends, your frenemies, everybody, because we have a very special guest that's here with us tonight. She hails, and I don't want to give it away. She hails from downtown Charleston. Listen, and if anybody ever been to Charleston, you ever came to Charleston and you visited or went to any events, the music scene, you heard this illustrious voice. She is very, very unique with the gift that God gave her. She's sung for many people. McDonald's Choir Showcase is one. I can attest. I was on that stage and they were in the back, making her brother sound real good. She's very known in the Charleston and surrounding areas. And we're so happy to have her, this first time her being on this platform with us, and she has new music that we're gonna check out together. The one, the only.
But wait.
Wait.
You know what? I'm just so elated how you just do the introduction like that, man. I can't do nothing like that. Because I would have been like, okay, let's just go bring her in, bring her on. That's just not me. I can't talk like that, man.
I feel you, bro. And that's why two of us. I love to do that dramatic type stuff because how I talk. I like to talk, and we told Jay I wanted to do it the different way. I'm like, nah, bro, let's do it this way. This is the way I like to do it. But let's bring in the one, the only Miss Ashley Hale. Put some respect on her name.
Hey guys.
What's up, Ashley?
How y'all doing?
Hey,
excited.
Ashley, I know as much fluff as I try to make that introduction, it's all fluff because I'm just trying to make some hype in it. But I want you to introduce yourself to our lovely audience. Tell them who you are.
Gabe, I don't know if I can come next to you. That was some real good fluff. I was like, wait a minute now. I don't think I can beat that. But I'll do my best to come near.
Everything, nothing's fluff. It's just my energy.
I love it, but I love it though. But I love it. I can feel it. It's strong.
That's what we want. We want to present that energy to you. Yeah. If it was me, I wouldn't be able to give you that energy.
For as long as I've known JR has always been laid back. So I think I would be shocked if I saw it.
Yeah, you'll be shocked, and I'll be shocked too.
Hey, one day we're gonna get JR to really open up and get off that top.
Okay. Listen, I am Ashley Hale. I am a 38-year-old young woman that just, first of all, just loves God. That is the most important thing to me, my relationship with God. That is what thrives me. That is what pushes me. That is what gives me the energy that I have, like Gabe. My relationship with God. I am a mom. I am a sister. I am an auntie. Outside of my personal life, I am a teacher. I am a life coach. I am a vocal coach. Wow. I am a singer, as we all know. I wear so many hats, but I'm just a happy-go-lucky, chilled at the same time person. So, yeah.
Wow. Listen, Ashley, now I've been to quite a few events in the Charleston area, whether I'm doing a musical thing or doing something, in the video space. But everywhere I go, every event I go to, if they have singers, it's like it's always you. It's like I always see Ashley in the front. How did you get so connected with everybody that's like a group out here in the Charleston area?
Yeah, so I would have to it really started from kind of growing up. With my mom. My mom was on the music scene when I was a child, and with her being on the music scene, a lot of people I met as a child, like Michael Brown. Before Michael Brown was Michael Brown, I knew who his mom and his dad was. As a matter of fact, to be honest with you, his mom used to live on Amherst Street, and my mom lived on Amherst Street. My mom sang for Mother Carey's and Reverend Brown's wedding. Wow. I'm trying to think. So Darrell Ravenel. I've known him. So the church that I grew up in, which was Greater New Zion IAME Church, downtown Charleston, where Reverend Gigi Edmondson was the pastor. I know. There was the music scene at that time was so great, y'all, that there was that's honestly for me where the connecting started happening. And so there was a lot of people there. Then for a while, my mom got married and we went to North Charleston. We went to, as they would say, a Pentecostal church, but it wasn't your normal Pentecostal. It was like demonstrative Pentecostal, and it was multicultural. So we had white members, black members, Koreans, Asians, because the majority of those members came from military. When they came, like, it was close to the base, and a lot of those people came in. So when my mom got married, we went to that church and connected with people there, right? By the time I get to teenage years and I get to high school, the music scene has changed from when I was a child. And so I went to school with Troy McLean. I went to school with Sean McLean, Brian McLean, Tierra, her married name now is Washington. All of these people who were tied in different ways. Tierra was a member of Royal. Sean is Reverend Ed McLean's one of his oldest grandsons. Like, it literally, when I say like just coming up, it's just been connected. And so that has come into my adulthood, where I now, because people, and then and to be honest with you, outside of people just knowing me, being able to be integral, because people can know you, if they can't trust you, they're not going to call you. That's just honestly. Now I'm honest, y'all. I'm going to tell you, I'm straightforward and honest. So yeah,
that's real good. And just for the people who don't know, like me, how long have you been singing? It sounds like you just gave us a walkthrough from your childhood kind of to adult. How long have you been actually singing?
Yes, I started singing at 5 years old. 5 years old was when my mom actually was asked to bring me to a church to sing. And I started out singing solo. And I sang a song called I Feel Like Going On, 5 years old.
Wow.
And that was the journey that started for me. I would be called to go different places and as a child to sing songs. And yeah, it's 5.
Were you ever nervous at that age when your mom?
Yes, I was scared. As a matter of fact, I recall one of the times that I was supposed to sing. They had like a burning candle ceremony for people who had passed. And I was supposed to sing this song, and I don't even remember the song. I just remember being so deathly afraid. Of course, because it was a lot of people. I just remember being so afraid and standing.
How old were you How old were you?
This time, maybe about 6 or 7.
Oh, okay.
And I'm supposed to be singing the song, but I am in full-blown tears. And somebody comes. I don't even remember who it was. It was a lady that had the program, and she stood with me, and I'm behind her singing a song behind her thigh because I was short at that time.
Oh wow!
Singing the song. So yeah, it was nervousness, and I learned a lot of lessons then because I remember like some of the churches. We're used to charismatic churches where every people are active and demonstrative. Well, there were some churches that they were not, and that was a culture shock for me. At a very young age. And in my mind, because I wasn't mature at that point, I'm thinking these people are quiet. I'm singing the song. Nobody's clapping. Nobody's saying, yeah, girl, sing the song. In my mind, it was awful. It was hard. But go ahead.
No, go ahead. Finish it. You just popped the question in my head, but go ahead.
Okay. It was horrible. It was just awful. And then we get to the end of the service and all of these people are flooding my mom and people are crying and they're like, oh my God. And at that point, I'm just like, wait a minute. But nobody was doing the
cheering.
Yeah. And that was a lesson for me that I learned very young, that you cannot use what you see when you're performing or when you're singing or when you're ministering to determine what the people are receiving or how they're receiving it.
Wow. That was the question that I really had, because you said that. It's making me just segue here. Since you put it out, I was going to ask, like, how do you deal with, because see, I know that too, being on the stage, you love to receive that energy. I grew up in a Pentecostal church, so I like energy. Like you say, sing it or do that. And it's like, if you feel that energy, you want to give it back. It makes you more comfortable. It gets the jitters out the way. But if people don't do that, it's hard to tell, like, oh man, do they like it? Am I doing okay? I think I'm doing fine, but like, I'm not getting the energy and it's making me feel a way, but you said you learned that lesson. And this is for the inspiring singers, the people that's, coming up, you, like Ashley said, take that as a lesson. It doesn't mean that they don't feel what you're putting out. It's just different culturalistic ways of showing.
I'm glad you said that when you said culture, because I think in other cultures, some people they don't stand up or clap when someone is singing or doing whatever performance is until after the end. Like with us in church, you or within a concert or whatever, you got people involved cheering you on. Yeah. So it's a culture thing, I guess. But go ahead.
Of a scripture, how the scripture says, where the Spirit of the Lord is,
there's liberty.
There's freedom, meaning you're free to move, you're free to clap your hands, you're free to say hallelujah, you're free to do things. I think in the culture, though, it seems like certain cultures don't want to do that while you're performing, or
because truthfully, some cultures believe that it's rude. It's disrespectful. Yeah. It's interrupting the performance. And I think, especially as artists, singers, musicians, I think it's it is imperative that we learn different cultures, because I think sometimes we become overly offended by things that are really not offensive. It's not that they're not getting with you, just culturally sometimes they are trying to give you a respect that they feel like, let me listen to what you say. Because truthfully, let's even talk about it. Sometimes we talk, and we don't listen. We talk more than we listen. And other cultures, they believe in, let me hear what you have to say before I give an opinion, before I decide whether or not I like this or not. Let me hear the words. Let me hear the tune.
Ashley, I like that. You're doing it for me, because that's so good, because a lot of people won't think that way, right? Like you said earlier, like you thought, you was younger, you thought like, oh man, they ain't feeling me. You know, and people think that way. I think you said two major things that I'm taking away from this. Number one, study your cultures, meaning study, like if you're going into a place to minister or perform, if you want to say that, make sure you study the type of people, your audience. You can't be above your audience. And you have to understand, like you said, we probably will take it as disrespect, like, oh man, you know, they ain't getting with me, they don't like me. And honestly, they're really listening to what you have to say.
Absolutely.
That one hit. They're listening to what you have to say. And that's so amazing. So what else is amazing is that you have a brand new song.
Yes. I am so excited about it.
Now, how did the song come about?
So the writer of the song, Shelton Desisor, I know both of you are very aware of Shelton. Shelton wrote the song, and he and I, you know, we were talking over some things. He's a person that I collab with very often in music. We sit down, I write things, he write things, and we just kind of go back and forth. Such a great musical relationship. Build relationships, to those on the side note, build relationships. I'm telling you, it's gonna work out for you if you build relationships. He came with these words, and we sat down, and he was at the keyboard, and he played something. He was playing with it. A day went by, a couple of days went by. He sent me a voice note. He said, I got it. And he sent me the idea. He was like, meet me at the studio, at the house studio. We're going to work through this. And we started with the foundation of the song, right? After we recorded the foundation of the song, we were like, oh yeah. And then some time went by. Like, this wasn't a song that we just wrote just in this year. This song was written maybe, I want to say, about 3 years ago, coming up on 3 years. And he and I were dealing with different things in our lives, but the words spoke exactly of the things that we were talking about. Like, God is the only person that can do something about what we're dealing with, what we're going through. And so some time went by, and he was like, okay, it's time. And I'm like, it's time? What you talking about? He's like, it's time to work on a song. I'm like, okay. So he started going through, and we connected with Sean Johnson in Columbia, out of Columbia, South Carolina. And we went up to Columbia, and Sean heard what we had, and he was like, let me work on this. And we was like, okay. And so we left Columbia. We did some things. We left Columbia. And Sean, maybe about a week or two later, he hit us back. And when he sent what he sent, we looked at each other like, oh man, all right. And so it was building from there. I think on social media, I put up a video where Sean, his wife, Kristen Williams out of Columbia, and well, everybody calls her Kiwi, but I call her Keisha affectionately. Keisha Robinson. We were sitting, we had gathered, and we again were pulling and doing arrangements with the song. By the time we left that session, we knew where we were going.
Wow.
Wow.
That is an amazing process for those. So basically, Ashley just kind of broke down this song's start to maturation to fruition.
Yeah.
It's a very, very captivating song. It's called Take Control. And I had the pleasure of listening to this song. You know, I may not say too much, you know, but I try to keep my eyes and ears open to what's going on. I'll see some stuff on social media, like, man, let me check this out. You know, who are the musicians that you work with on this one?
Yes. So Sean Johnson, who did the engineering, Shelton, of course, who structured the foundation of it, Javen Campbell, who did the drums, David Bell, he did the guitar for us, Levante Green, as affectionately known as Bonnie. That's the guy. That's the guy. Vonnie was on bass, Michael Stevens, and Mr. Deshawn. They worked on, those were the musicians that we worked on, and C.L. Baxter did our mastering and mixing on the song. Wow.
So what I hear is, number one, no one person is an army unto themselves.
Exactly.
You need a team of some sorts, like-minded, you know, or good at what they do, to help put together what you're trying to do. So no one person can do it all on their own. You need that team, and that's that question. You know, who was your team? When we come back, you know, we're gonna take a quick break. You know what? We got past the time. I'm going into you talking, so I'm like, oh, I'm learning, and so we're gonna take a quick break.
Okay.
We want y'all to listen to this song. We're gonna play just a snippet of it, but we want you to go and buy this song, purchase it, download it, whatever you need to do, stream it. But we want this song we know is gonna bless you. But right after we come back from this break, we're gonna explore Ashley Hale's mind a little bit more about what she got coming in the future. All right, so we'll be back right after this break.
Sunday morning is one of the most segregated times in the country.
So when we understand our role as believers in the body, we should be the most powerful force on the planet. The church is the largest special interest group in the world. But because we are so fragmented and disjointed,
back. I know you guys enjoyed that. Did you enjoy that as much as I did?
Man, that was dope.
You know, that was the Take Control. Where can people find this song, Ashley? Is everywhere?
You can find this everywhere. It's on Google, it's on Amazon, it's on Apple Music, Apple, iTunes, everywhere. You can find it.
Is it on the radio?
On YouTube.
Is it on the? Is it playing on the radio?
It is on the radio. Thanks to God, it is on the radio.
Good stuff.
Hey, listen, we had Chef on here last year or?
It might have been 2 years ago.
A couple years back when we first started the podcast. and we was asking them questions just about radio stuff, and we really wanted the audience to like, because Chef, how can we get a song to you on the radio? So I'm glad, you know, and I heard Chef, he played your song on the radio. That's amazing. It's good, you know, when your song is well received, you know, on social platforms, but especially on the radio as well. People can turn it on in the cars, terrestrial stations, internet radio. All of it's important. So now,
can I say something to that?
Yeah.
I just want to say something really quickly because you said a question and I want to give an answer. I know Chef probably answered it back then, but for those artists and those people that are looking to get your music on the radio, please make sure that you stay in tune. Things change over the course of time. Like for right now, if you're going to send a song, your song needs to be like 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Yeah. Like those things are important. Making sure that your song in that 3 minutes and 40 seconds, you hit it, you hit the meat of it, you get to the end of it, and you get what you need. Yeah. Make sure that your production, your mastering and mixing is as, you know, and I know, let me say this, I know money costs. Money is a big issue, but to find those people that will work with you to get that mastering and mixing right, because some radio stations will not play it if it's not a certain way. You know, they are, thanks be unto God, we have local radio stations that really try to work with our local artists. But when we go outside of Charleston, South Carolina, and that's what you want your song to transcend where you are. Right. You got to make sure that you're finding out what's happening, what it's supposed to be like before you sing your song. All right.
No, that's
good stuff.
That's real good. It's needed. We did ask Chef that, and he said basically what you're saying. You know, radio stations, it is a business as well. They need to keep sponsors, right, to pay the bills, like they say. And how do they pay the bills? They got to have the ears listening. They have to have that. And so they're going to try to play, you know, what they consider records that people listen to, you know, and then you ask yourself as a local artist or up and coming artist, how do I get that? So actually you hit that right on the head. You have to be mindful of your mixing, of your mastering, of your production, your everything counts, and making those connections. Team. Yes. All of it. But since it's playing on the radio, and we love that song, people get to hear it. So Ashley, one of the questions we have for you, what do you want, or what's your desire? So when people hear this song, what's the reaction? What's the response you want them to have when they hear this song?
I want people to feel uplifted. I want people to have an answer. Life is real. Let me say that in that way. Life is real. And it's one of the consistent things that you're not going to be able to change. I don't care how great of a moment you can have all the money in the world. But when life happens, it happens. And people sometimes feel like, oh, well, if you have more money that it keeps life from happening. No, more money, more problems. So life happens. And when life happens and you realize that it's out of your control, it's out of your hands, you've done everything that you in your mind know that you have done. What is the next answer? And the next answer is, let me relinquish my stand and give it to God. God, take control, not me. Whatever this lesson is, whatever you're trying to get out of me, whatever you're trying to push me toward, whatever this is, just use it. Have your way in me. Just take control.
Tests and trials that come to make you strong.
Yeah.
You got to go through it.
You have to. You have to.
That's such a cliche, like what you said, JR, tests and trials come to make you strong. We don't really understand that to the fullest until we get
in the test. And then you come out.
Fire heats up.
Yeah. Then you really understand. Ashley, wow. So tell me something, Ashley. So being you mentioned earlier about all these hats that you wear. You know, how do you manage your time, especially now this song is on the radio, it's out, so it's going to be a lot of demand on your time. How do you manage that and juggle that to balance out your life?
A team, delegating.
Hmm.
I did not learn that right at first. I tried to be a superwoman, as we would say, and tried to do everything, and it's impossible. It's impossible. And you keep saying it, Gabe, and I really want people to understand how much it is important for you to find a trusted team. I know sometimes that, you know, people become very paranoid because, you know, broken relationships. So you don't know who to trust. You know, sometimes, you know, they're iffy. But when you find those people that you know 100% that you can trust and that you can delegate responsibilities to, that you don't have to carry anymore. I'm a mom. I'm an auntie. I'm an older sister. Our mother just died. So I'm the next in line. So that everybody's looking at me to have answers, and they try not to. You know, it's not like they're trying to, but, you know, they're like, hey, this is crashing. And I'm like, okay, let's figure this out. I am a caretaker for my grandparents. I'm a caretaker for my father. I also am a leader at church. I am over the worship and arts department at church, not only at church, but nationally. I work along with our national worship pastor and making sure that things are on one accord. I'm also trying to do business music.
Wow.
Business. And I'm not saying just singing, I'm talking about the business of music, because the business of music is a whole nother aspect than it is from singing. And if business is not right, you could get trampled over in this industry, truthfully. So all of these hats that I wear, I have to use. So I have a village. I have people that will assist me. Olivia and her dad, thank God for him, because he really helps me with her. I have aunts and uncles that help me with that everyday life stuff. I have a management team, and those girls are phenomenal. They handle my contracts. They handle my booking. They handle making sure that I'm taking time to rest. They are hard on me, but they're hard on me for a reason, to make sure that I'm continuously delegating.
Wow.
You know, the theme that I get from this tonight is team. Teamwork. They say teamwork makes the dream work.
Oh, that's so true.
No one gets there by themselves. They put you on their shoulders and they pick you up and they carry to your destination. So it's so shout out to your whole team, everybody.
Oh God, I love them.
I got one more question. And so speaking of the team, it sounds you do a lot. A lot more. How do you handle creative differences with the things that you're trying to do, especially when you have different aspects of doing different things?
It's something that my mother taught me. We can agree to disagree. Plain and simple. There are, especially artistically, when some people see music as colors. Some people with music, it's a feeling. Some people, and sometimes what they see, what they hear is based on their environment and what they are musically exposed to. And so sometimes you can get in a room to create and get in a room with two people that are coming from two different backgrounds at the same time. And so the biggest thing is to establish where we're going, what we want to accomplish in this song. What do we want to accomplish in this sound? And we have to be okay. And you have to have the conversation. We got to come in with tough skin, because your idea for this particular part may not be what we're looking for. However, for the next part, it may work. But it's being able to agree to disagree.
Perfect. I don't know if we asked you this earlier. I know you hinted to it. You had a writer. Do you write yourself? You write?
I do. I do. I do. As a matter of fact, thanks be unto God. I was given the writer's credit on Melvin's Crispell's No Failure song on his album. And there's another song on his album called Here For You. And got writer's credits on that too. So yeah, been secretly writing, and now it's out in the public.
Hey, big up to you. Go ahead, JR.
Writers, that's just like the producer. You behind the scenes. That's a good spot to sit in.
Yes, sir.
Hey, that's a great spot. And it sounds like you understand the business of it. I think we should do a total, JR. We should do one just about the business of it.
Yeah. Oh, well,
a lot of people don't really understand that.
You know what it falls under? That people perish for the lack of knowledge. And when it comes to music business,
you're gonna perish if you don't know what you're doing.
Oh my God. and can I even be honest? I know we're past the time. Oh my God. But this is so good. Can I be honest and say this? Not even just this industry. The music industry within itself can be very cold. Mm-hmm. And so the biggest thing that we find is that we find people that have the, oh mama, I want to sing syndrome, right? And when they go in with the, oh mama, I want to sing, oh, I can sing, oh, I have a skill, oh, I have a voice, and they totally are not aware of music business, they get trampled over. I just recently was just having a conversation about some things and people that are kind of going off in the social media world about business things that have not been established, certain things on the business end that have not been established. And you would think, oh, wouldn't they know that? Or, oh, wouldn't you have to, as an artist, please hear me. Do not leave it to your managers to just know. Love it enough to learn about it.
Yeah.
If you're going to get into this, you have to love it enough to learn about it, because here's the thing that we're finding. We are finding now that there are people that get managers or management teams, and sometimes when they see that you are a hot commodity or that you have a skill, they will pitch you to the highest bidder, but give you the shorter end of the stick, and they reap the benefit of it. But if you're not paying attention and you're not reading contracts, and and trust me, I know when 5 and 6 and 7 contracts are coming, it's like, oh God. But I promise you, if you learn music business, it'll benefit you.
That's a 30-second reel right here.
I'm about to say, JR, this right here needs to be the highlight. Ashley, listen. You don't know the conversations that me and JR have with other people that we're like, what? Like, no. Like you said a lot. I don't want to, because that's my area. I love the business of music because I'm an artist, I'm a musician, I'm a producer. Like, I made it my business to learn, still learning. But
yes, me too. I'm forever a student.
Forever. I'm not gonna say it because you're gonna make me go off on.
I'm telling you, you already got me in. I'm in.
We're gonna end it right here.
Actually, it's been such a pleasure. I'm glad that you said yes when we asked you to come on to our platform to do this. And it is, I learned a lot about you in these last 30 minutes than I knew about you in the years that I've seen you, just kind of passing through. So I appreciate you. I know we appreciate you for coming on.
It's my pleasure. I'm honored.
I hope you guys heard this. I mean, from the first half to this half, it's just been blazing with gems and information that you need. This podcast is called Ask a Producer. It doesn't necessarily mean music. We said this all the time. Everyone, I believe, is a producer of something. You're producing something. Hopefully you're not producing hell on earth for people to deal with. But Ashley, just shout outs to you. Congrats on the song. Tell people how you can be reached.
Listen, take Control is the name of the song. It is everywhere, like Gabe said. It's on YouTube, Spotify. It's on Apple Music, iTunes. Y'all, please go purchase it. You can reach me. I'm on Facebook. I have an artist page under Ashley Hale. I also have a personal page, Ashley Hale. Please follow me, like, share. I'm also on Instagram under Ashley Hale. I am on TikTok. I am on YouTube. I have videos for days. So listen, follow me. If you have questions, listen, find me. I tell the truth. If you're looking for a lie, you might want to find somebody else. But if you want the straight truth, I'll give it to you. But I'm definitely there. Reach out to me. I am so thankful and honored that you guys had me on the show. This means the world to me. Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for coming, man. And they can book you on your Facebook page. How can they book you?
Yes. So on my page, my booking email is on there, which is bookingforashleyhale@gmail.com. Awesome. And you can book me. Yep.
Awesome.
Right there.
JR, you got anything else?
I don't have anything. I thank you, Ashley, for just coming out and just blessing us with your presence. And y'all go get her music, man.
Definitely. So listen, this has been an amazing night tonight with Ashley, and follow her on all of her pages, all of her links that she gave out. Download, stream the music, share it. It's gonna bless your soul. It's gonna bless your life. Remember to take control and give it to God. Gotta clear up any situation that you need. He's the blesser and the author and the finisher of our faith. So without further ado, look, this has been Ask a Producer. I'm your host, Gabriel Ori. This is my co-host,
JR.
Hey, we are.